This is mouth open, eyes closed. I'm swinging. This is a. Oh, yeah. There it is. A really dumb skill that I really hate doing is knowing how to break a bat.
Oh, speaking of which, this
Yes.
is a good segue. So that's I'm happy you said that. So let's go ahead and watch all of the Ottavino versus Pete Alonso at bats in the history
Oh,
of our matchups. So
oh,
obviously,
please. This is fun.
it started out good for me. It didn't end so good for me. But here is the first one. Let me just go back through the pitches real quick. This one actually does end with a Pete Alonso bat snap over the knee.
Yes.
So I always felt like as a pitcher, this is like one of the greatest feelings in the world. All right, so I try to start you with a cutter away. Oftentimes I would do that when I wasn't sure if you were going to swing first pitch or not. And of course, I
Yeah.
fall right behind.
Oh. So, dude, your slot always, it's the slider, it's so deceptive because it has to, like, you adopted the whole thought process of a sweeper before that was a thing. So, like, because of your funky angle, like your crossfire angle and like your three-quarter release, just like how you X the ball or X the plate, like in certain lanes, it always gave me. Oh, wait.
Yeah, so you can see it there. Like on the previous pitch, I kind of hung you a slider in the middle. And then sometimes I would read it like, oh, that's the pitch he's going to want to crush. So I got to stay away from throwing that again, or I got to like sneak it a little more outside, or I come back with the fastball. So then I X the fastball away.
Yeah.
And then the whole time I have in the back of my mind, that's probably in your mind that you can crush that slider. And so I stuck with fastball here and got the strikeout. And this is where the bat snappage happens. Now
Yeah.
I have a center field view here, so we can get a full we can get it in all its glory.
Yeah.
Check this out. And
Um,
kaboom!
oh.
Does that hurt,
Dark.
or is it just so much
No,
adrenaline that you don't feel it at all?
I mean, I really hate it. It doesn't hurt because I'm in a dark place. And I hate being there, but it's a once a year thing.
So
It's a
once a
once a
year.
year thing.
Yeah, I think that's
Once a
true.
year.
Having played with you, I would say it was about once a year.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like once a year, it's like I hate being there, but it's just not when it happens. I never want it to get to that point, but God, it feels so good after it
I
goes.
mean, I got fined $1,000 for slamming an iPad into a wall, so I can relate. It's a little
I
different,
still
but
I still think one of the coolest things I've ever seen is he's probably going to deny this, but because he was in a blind rage. Remember when we had like the mouses and the computers instead of the iPads?
yeah.
Actually, out of privacy, I'll say I saw one of our guys rip a mouse out of the computer monitor and throw it through the drywall in the computer room. It was electric.
That's
There's the
amazing.
broken bat. There's the broken bat.
Yeah, you
Well,
actually you actually put a lot of pressure on LeMahieu here, and that's Edwin Encarnacion over there couldn't make the pick.
I wanted that to be a knock so bad.
So you can see in this at bat it was a one-run lead. I was very careful here. Of course, being careful, I fell behind 2-0. And then
Hmm.
and then I got lucky. I didn't want to give in. I think I get you to roll over. What is this? A sinker? But man, I was just so scared of giving up the home run. This was like the first time I ever faced you. These first two at bats.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My thought process with you was just like, don't get ambushed.
Well,
Which
the sinker, like because your arm angle, it's not a true. It's more. I'm starting to call those like kind of runner. I'm calling them runners because they hold their vert, and it's really good arm side. Yeah, thumbs. Is that a knock?
no, you ground out to second. I don't know why we don't have the full like what
Full
happens
shift?
here, but because the clip gets clipped weird because it's 2020. Maybe there was budget cuts, but
Yes, for sure. COVID
but
budget
all right.
cuts.
So that was a sinker. This time you did swing first pitch. Kind of had a weird contact. Let's see what this one is. This is Red Sox.
Oh, this is first pitch because
No, no, no,
I'm
no, no,
like,
no, no. This is I get you out this time, and then the next time you clobber me to right. This is in City.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
This was a 1-0 game. This game was started by DeGrom, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
actually
21.
this actually a good pitch. First pitch sinker in here. I know everybody likes to pitch it in to then hopefully get you to chase away later. But I don't know. Every time I threw you a fastball early in the count, I was always scared to death that you were looking for it, to be honest with you. Hold on, let me fix
Yeah.
that.
Well, because that, well, from like, that's how, like, for, oh, a little backup, Johnson. Oh, that's so, oh, oh,
I know.
it didn't come down.
You could even see your
Oh,
reaction on your face a little bit as you swing and miss here. Like you're like, I should have hit that.
well, you think well, those backup sliders are so tough because they just don't do what you're think it's going to do forever. Sliders are supposed to slide; they're not supposed to spin up.
Yeah, so coming off of that, I try to go backdoor two seam. This was big time my game. Like if I think you're looking slider, I'll try to freeze you with the fastball away. I don't get it to the corner here, so that's a good take.
All over it.
And then I think you fly out here. I think I get you just off the end of the bat.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, ugh.
Yeah, off the end.
I
Yeah.
swing it. I swing at that because I don't know. I swung at that because I know, like for me, like you broke my bat twice in the previous at bats. I'm like, okay, I'm really anticipating the arm side here because I'm not. I broke my bat and he's thumbed me and it's not been good. So I'm gonna look for the ball super off me and anticipate the comeback.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense. Yeah.
so that's why I was all over the
So
tape.
the
I
outer lane you're firing there.
100%.
It's also, though, I should say, I might have been using a little sticky enhancement at this point. 3011 RPM. This was first half of 21, so the slider might have been a little better there than it was in reality. Let me see. This was a negative 23.8 horizontal. So
Nice.
that might have been a little unfair. All right, on to the home run.
This is mouth open, eyes closed. I'm swinging. This is a. Oh yeah, there it is.
So in my whole career, I'm pretty sure I only gave up like 3 or 4 opposite field home runs on off speed pitches. And this was one of them. And I remember I was like, we're up 12-3. I'm going to throw a little get me over slider, outer third. The problem is when you make contact, buddy, and it's in the air,
Yeah,
it's probably going to go over the fence.
especially at Fenway, dude.
So I remember
Especially.
being frustrated by this. Hold on. What date was this? This was 9/22/21.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me.
I got a shipment of new bats like that series. I remember, and I'm like, yep, these are the ones. And I finished that last week, scorching hot.
Yeah, I was going the opposite direction. I started off really well this year with Boston, and at the end of the year, I started giving up runs. I think I hadn't given up a single home run into September that year, and then I gave up like 5 in 2 weeks.
Damn.
And I remember, I did my usual tail between my legs thing when I got back to the dugout, and I remember Kike saying, "Buddy, that's just a good swing. Like, just turn the page, man. First pitch slider,
Yeah.
oppo homer, turn the page."
Yeah, and because of your deception, I don't know if you notice here. If you it's like I do a good job of like I tell myself my best odds are, you see that tiny little like right here, right there.
Yeah, you
You
ride
see
it
how
out a little bit.
yeah, write it out. I like kind of sink into the legs a little bit, and to me, like against you, because your visuals were really difficult. It's like, okay, the best pitch that I'm gonna get it's either gonna be a non-competitive ball or it's gonna be anything in the zone. And it's like, if it's anything that starts above my chest, I'm just gonna swing.
Yeah, my in my experience, the righties that were willing to drive me the opposite way had the best overall success. Like I wasn't gonna pitch you in 3 times in a row perfectly. Most of my game was like a slider away, cutter away, backdoor sinker away. Usually the second baseman would be pulled a little more up the middle for the shift. So it's like
Hmm.
there's hits over there. Goldschmidt has 3 home runs off me. They're all oppo. But it takes a certain hitter. Like if you don't have pop the other way, it's gonna be tough. So for you, you see how it paid off right there. Obviously, able to go the other way with that
Yeah.
pitch.
Well, and it sucks too because like you have to think like, okay, stay big part of the field, but like because you have really good um really good horizontal that's coming in, it's you can really, if you execute on that inner third of the plate, whether it be up in on the hands or like a true sinker that's running down, that's that's can be equal as devastating because your bat's broken, even if you're focused.
That was my antidote when a guy would finally commit to going the other way. Then I
Right.
could go in. But
That's your trap door. That's your escape hatch.
yeah, exactly. But usually, sometimes you don't go to the escape hash until it's too late. Like you think you're comfortable, a guy makes an adjustment before you do. So that's the game,
Mm,
cat and mouse.
no doubt.